It's such a learning process. It's such a like self growth and development process to build your confidence and tackle those insecurities and just start appreciating your body and your looks and your appearance for what it is. Hello and welcome back to Curating Simple, where I share on a variety of holistic health and lifestyle topics for you to learn from, relate to, and enjoy. My name is Alexis, and this video is the first in what I'm hoping to make a new segment on this channel, and that is the Quiet Kettle Chats. In these videos, I am planning to just wake up in the morning, however my hair looks, you'll get to see. Pajamas on, cozy socks, and something to drink. And so I will be sharing with you what I have in my cup, as well as 3 health, wellness, and lifestyle tips. In my cup today, I have Dr. Morse kidney tea. It's a loose tea blend. I made a big batch of it last night, and so I figured I'm gonna wake up and drink that. I did squeeze some lemon into it, so, and then since it was in the fridge overnight, I used some hot water from the kettle this morning to just warm it up a little bit. So that's what I'm drinking today. And the topic for this video is 3 ways that you can boost your confidence in your physical appearance. I've not always been this self-confident in the way that I look or the way that I like can just wear something and not like obsessively thinking about like what somebody else is going to think of it. Sure, there's times when I care a little bit more about my appearance or what I'm wearing, like it needs to be appropriate for the occasion or something like that. But on a day-to-day regular basis and even on those like special occasions, it's not something that I'm like anxious about or stressed about or worried about. So the first tip is to stop pointing out your insecurities. And it can be anything. It can be the way your nose looks. It can be crooked teeth. It can be, I don't know, sweat stains on your armpit. Like it can literally be anything, or how you're presented in front of other people. A tip that I heard a long time ago, or maybe I read it somewhere, was that when you point out your insecurities, you inflate them, you highlight them to other people. If you are thinking judgmental thoughts about another person, that's a little character and personality and habit thing that I think you should correct. We really shouldn't be like going out of our way to be judgmental towards people. We should use our thoughts about other people as a way of learning more about ourselves and improving ourselves, in my opinion. Occasionally something's like, oh girl, like your hair's got it going on today, but it's never attached to the value of that person, which I think is where our insecurities really stem from. We have a deflated value perception of ourselves. So when we're pointing out our insecurities, when we're going out of our way to mention, like, oh, sorry, like I'm just like so sweaty, like this is embarrassing, right? Like I have sweat stains, and you don't, like when you go out of your way to point that out, you're just inflating to the other person that this is what I'm insecure about. And when you do that, you just make yourself more insecure. So if you want to boost your confidence, you don't mention it. You just don't say anything about it. And it takes so much practice and self-control to stop apologizing for the way that we look or the way that we are being presented. One instance that happened earlier this year, we were at my in-laws, and I never have those thoughts about myself of like, oh my gosh, like I should have wore like a different shirt, right? Like I don't have those insecurities, and I don't, even if I did, I'd be working on that self-confidence and I wouldn't be verbally mentioning them. Like I'm not obsessively or anxiously like apologizing for how I look or how I'm presenting myself to other people. So, but there was this one instance when We were just over there, we're just talking, we're like in the backyard. I had gone in the bathroom, just I needed to use the bathroom. And when I was washing my hands, I looked in the mirror and like I was just kind of like, oh my gosh. My hair, like I think I had it pulled back at some point in like a bun. That was all over the place. I had like spit up or something, like just kind of like a mess on my shirt from the day. And like I just looked like I needed to like freshen up my face or something. Like, so I washed up my hands, tidied myself up a little bit, and I went back out to everyone and in a very like lighthearted, like kind of funny, sort of like jokingly way, I was like, I need to apologize to y'all. And everyone's like, why would you need to apologize to us? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, that's such a strange thing from us, like for us to hear from you. Like, because there's like nothing happened, right? Like, they're just kind of like, what? And I was like, I swear, I just looked in the mirror for the first time today. Like, I had no idea what I looked like. My hair was all over the place. I had a mess on my shirt. Like, I think I even changed my shirt or something. And I was just like, I just gotta say, like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that I was just a hot mess over here. Like, I just had no idea. But I was, and that just came from a place, not from a place of not caring, but clearly I had way bigger priorities that day than to look in the mirror and to anxiously obsess over like my appearance. Like it just, but it didn't matter. Like nobody was looking at me like, you really need to get your life together. They probably observed that, yes, I was looking like a hot mess, but they weren't attaching my value as a person to that observation. This kind of segues perfectly into the second one. Tip number 2, stop looking in the mirror so much. I used to have acne, really oily skin. I had really like red inflamed skin on my face. And there's so many reasons for that, and I do want to share more about that in another video. But not just this tea, but all of Dr. Morse's herbal formulas, I've been using them for years. I am partnered with Dr. Morse, and you can find my affiliate link and my code in the description box below if you're interested in getting some wonderful herbal teas and herbal formulas for your own holistic health journey. I am a certified regenerative detoxification specialist. Dr. Morse was my mentor. I took his course to get my certification. So if you're interested in leveling up your health and targeting the root cause, do stick around. And if you have any questions in particular, you are welcome to comment on any of my health related videos. I'm happy to comment back, give you some insight, give you some direction, and I can even give you some specific herbal formula recommendations if that's something you're interested in. I found that I was so insecure about my skin, my acne, any breakouts that I might have, just how red my skin was. And I was constantly gravitating toward the mirror to like check my face or like pop a pimple or like, just like squeeze something or like pick at things. I was really bad about picking at my acne and my skin. I was very hyper focused on my skin, on my face in particular. It's been a few years now that I became a Christian. And one thing that I heard somewhere was that every time you look in the mirror, look twice to Jesus. And if you're a Christian, you get that. If you're not, maybe that will have an impression on you in some way, shape, or form. And just let that be what it is. But it's true, like in our culture and in our society, and I think especially as girls and women, we are taught to hyper focus on our appearance. From a very young age, I began to just fixate on my appearance. What kind of clothes was I wearing? What is going on with my face and my makeup? How should I do my hair? How should I style it? What color should I make it be, right? All these different things. And I wasn't taught to appreciate just my natural characteristics, my natural qualities. I do believe that God made you to look the way that you're supposed to look without any alterations. and that he would want you to appreciate those qualities. Before we move on, I wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss when I post new videos. I'm just really excited that you're here joining this small but growing community. I love seeing your comments too, so keep those coming. They're very encouraging to me. And tip number 3, to stop wearing makeup every day. This became a big thing for me when I was working on helping my skin with natural skincare, a very super simplified skincare routine. And when I started getting into holistic and natural health and really targeting health issues at the root cause. I think there's a lot of reasons why women wear makeup, and I think we need to do that for the right reason. I think for the majority of women who have some insecurity about how they look, they use makeup to mask that insecurity. It's literally a mask on our face, right? Like we are altering the way that our face, that main representation of who we are putting a mask on that. We are altering it in some way because we are insecure about our looks. Maybe we're insecure about the size or the shape or the straightness of our nose, but we can't change that. So we're gonna change a bunch of other things on our face to maybe distract ourselves from that, or maybe distract other people from that because we think other people are focusing on our insecurity. And this one really ties in closely to the first tip of not mentioning your insecurities. So when we cake our face with makeup, however naturally we're able to make that appear, but even then, just that act of putting on a mask, just that act of trying to hide or conceal or alter or change, it's amplifying that insecurity to other people. My tip for making the transition to not wearing any makeup at all almost every day is to start wearing less and less and start having more days where you wear no makeup at all. These 3 things, if you can partner them all together, you're going to be on a fast track towards feeling better about your appearance. And it's going to take a lot of mental training and practice. Eventually, you can get to the point where you don't even have a thought about an insecurity of your body, of your face, of your appearance.